Quick update on the migrant centre here in Castlebar, where 300 migrants are going to be moving in the next month. Work is nearly finished here, we've been told, and 300 migrants from the Brafey Event Centre are going to be moved out here temporarily while they commence work at the Brafey Event Centre to make it a two-storey permanent accommodation migrant centre. So we all know, I don't need to mention all the concerns that people in the locality here have about hundreds more men moving to our community, because the same concerns are out there all over the country. But as well as the concerns that the Indigenous people have, there are serious concerns for some of the migrants as well. Not all of these migrants are economic migrants. Yeah, fair enough. We know a good percentage of them have destroyed their documents on the way over here, and we have to ask the question, why would they do that? But there are obviously some genuine asylum seekers and international protection applicants here as well. And the fact is that they're going to put 300 people into this building here. Now the majority, I know there's a lot of windows here on the top, but the majority of the rooms there won't have any window. They're going to put 6 people per room. Very thin walls gone in there. There's no air system in the place. There's no sprinkler system in the place. There are very few fire exits in the place. And all in all, I mean, it's a serious fire hazard, in my opinion anyway. So you got to ask the question, who's responsible for signing off on this?
Hi, my name is Tony Shevlin and I'm the Chief Fire Officer with Mayo County Council.
We took a spin up here last night just to have a look at work and see how things were progressing, if anybody had actually moved in yet. And we were met by a very hostile and aggressive security guard, one who we hadn't encountered before. We asked him, was he security here? Had he anything to do with the buildings here? Because we noticed that he was wearing a body cam. Now, he wouldn't confirm anything. He was very hostile, as I said. And before we were leaving, he went on the phone actually and started to call somebody, his boss, maybe back at Brafey House. So we decided to take his picture before we left. And when we did, he followed us in the car. He was flashing the lights, beeping the horn, and tried to overtake at top speed at the back of the industrial estate here, and could have easily caused a crash.
Don't, be careful now. Be very careful.
Now, we have had incidents with security personnel here in the past, specifically these 3 individuals here. There was an incident that occurred a couple of weeks ago down at Brafey House. Now, we haven't released the video just yet because we've sent a complaint to the Private Security Authority, and we're waiting to hear back from them before we make a criminal complaint to the Gardaí. Finally, I just want to talk about the chairman of Brafey Community Council. Locals will know his name. It's MJ Reddington, and MJ was on RT Radio 1 on Saturday morning speaking with Anya Kerr, the presenter. Now, Anya, no relation to me, thankfully. Anya is the wife of politician Aidan O'Riordan. And during the interview, MJ was trying to make the point that because of their work in the community council and their engagement with the community, that the community have become very accepting of what's going on. That being that over 900 people have been dumped essentially into their community, into a community of 1,000 people, essentially doubling the population of our little village. On hearing the interview, I decided I was going to try and make contact with MJ again because I had a couple of questions for him. Now, we've tried in the past, but unfortunately haven't had any luck. So we took a spin down to MJ's house. I brought a witness with me that was going to video the interaction from outside his property, just in case any incident occurred. I wanted a record of it. And I tried to put a question to MJ, and the door was just slammed in my face. This is an absolute insult to the people of Brafey. The fact that this one man, is speaking for the community and has not attempted in any way to engage with the community, hasn't put on any public meetings, hasn't spoke with anyone I know from the community. I've lived in the community for 30 years and I haven't heard anything from anybody. Not from MJ, but from many members of the community council, in fact. So here's the questions I had for MJ. When is the next Brafey Community Council meeting? When was the last one? How many council meetings have you had over the last 6 months? What have you done to advertise those meetings? Where are the minutes of those meetings? Are they accessible to the local community? If anybody can help me get answers to these questions, especially you, MJ, please get in touch.